Hey YouTube, what's going on? So today I've got a reaction video for you. So this is a military story of another YouTube video. And I add a bit more into it. I talk about some of the stuff that I dealt with. And you basically get to see me laugh like an idiot. But as always, if you like this content, please make sure to leave a like, get subscribed, and comment down below other stuff that you would like to see me react to. But anyways, as always, everyone, peace and love. I'm out.
Was in the military.
I had some bad ones too. Mostly not in the military. Basically, it was one guy. I was with 3 other guys sharing a 2-bedroom condo.
When was this?
This is when you were in Louisiana, I think.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was going to college because I decided
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want to go into the military directly out of high school.
Yeah. Should have stuck with that decision.
I was with 3 other guys sharing a living space, and one of them was my bunkmate, but he got married and he left. And the other 2 guys are like, well, we need a 4th person to take his place and pay rent. Otherwise, we have to pay more. And I said, okay, that's fine. Go find somebody. They found somebody. His name was Jeremy.
Is this why you named the Pikmin Jeremy?
Maybe subconsciously. Jeremy was technically going to college like we were.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not getting the best of grades, as he spent most of his time at home not doing homework, but playing World of Warcraft.
Somehow I knew you were going to say World of Warcraft. How did I know that?
Like, legitimately playing World of Warcraft with Cheeto stains on his underpants.
Uh-huh.
I ended up, after a few weeks,
Fuck.
leaving. And they're like, you gotta pay rent. It's like, fine, I'll pay rent. I'm gonna live with my mom. You can have my rent money. I don't want to be here.
Oh, no.
He smells bad, and he's always here.
God.
He wasn't a bad guy, but he did not take care of himself.
Oh, man. I had a roommate when I was
God.
at Fort Polk.
Oh
We all
God.
called him Baloney Bob.
Okay.
Fort Polk.
Because he always smelled like old...
So to give you some idea, so Fort Polk, Louisiana is in the middle of goddamn nowhere. And when I say nowhere, I mean fucking God couldn't find that place if he tried. It's bad. But anyway.
Baloney. Baloney Bob was not the smartest man. Not by a long shot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sure,
We
I
did
thought the
talk
Army
about
was
it.
the
I
best.
forgot about that.
Normally, the Army might only take the best, but this was the heady days of post 9/11,
Oh.
when anybody could get in the Army with a smile and a wave, and all you had to do was just tell the recruiter that, yes, me want go Army, me drive truck, and they would immediately sign you up.
We need somebody for this military conflict we're getting entangled with. How long is it gonna take? 3 weeks, 3 months, I doubt 3 years.
Definitely won't still be going on to this day. So Baloney Bob was an interesting man. He was a vehicle mechanic and knew absolutely nothing about how to fix vehicles. Well, we got moved into new barracks, and when I say new barracks, I mean they were new to me. The barracks had existed since time immemorial.
Yes.
The walls were filled with asbestos. There were mosquitoes spawning in the toilets. There was mold on the walls. But we got new furniture that they had
Sounds
bought
about
from a
right.
renowned hotel outlet for incredibly cheap.
All right.
When we got moved into the new barracks, I was like, I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. I would prefer to have this person or this person because I'm friends with them and I like hanging around with them, and it would be fine if they were my roommate. Well, they moved us into the room and I get Baloney Bob.
Oh no.
And I'm like, why am I in a room with Baloney Bob? And I talked to the lieutenant that was in charge of organizing where all the soldiers that lived in the barracks lived, and I said, why did you put me in a room with Baloney? He went, oh, I thought you didn't have any friends. I'm like, so you put me in a room
weird.
with Baloney Bob?
Yeah.
Baloney Bob and I moved into the same room. And I guess it wasn't as bad as all that because a lot of the time Baloney Bob wasn't there. I don't know where the fuck he went,
All right.
but he wasn't in the barracks room.
That probably made you happy.
Unfortunately, the room did smell like baloney. I did have to invest very heavily into air fresheners for my side of the room.
During your weekly inspection, did you get in trouble for that?
Monthly inspections, because they didn't really do weekly inspections, they did monthly inspections.
Oh.
So one day, during a monthly inspection, I'm cleaning up the room and making sure everything's good, and I'm cleaning the little common area that we have. It's like a sink and a tiny refrigerator. I look over on Baloney Bob's side of the room, and Baloney Bob isn't there. I don't know where the fuck he is. I guess he just went on walks somewhere because his car is still parked outside, even though he doesn't have a driver's license. Why the fuck does Baloney Bob have a car if he doesn't have a driver's license?
Wow.
Whatever. Fine. I'm cleaning the common areas. I look over on his side of the room, and it looks like set dressing for a bad B movie of what a serial killer's room should look like.
This may be why he disappeared, so you'd have to deal with it.
I'm like, I'm not touching anything on his side of the room. I don't want him to start squealing like a pig at me, because if I touch anything on his side of the room, it's gonna be for like hours, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I don't touch anything on his side of the room, and I'm like, if I get yelled at for it, fine, whatever. I'll just take a dump on Baloney Bob's pillow or something.
Jeez. On the soap party.
I think that probably happened to him several times, and it didn't take.
Okay.
It didn't seem to do anything.
Might be the only time soap touched his body.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, God.
Captain comes up, comes into the room. He looks at my side of the room, and he's like, why do you have a... Oh my God, I forgot about this. I just forgot about this until right this second.
Why do you have a 6-foot pillow of a foot?
I don't know.
So he goes through my side of the room, and I got like,
This
a bunch
shit's
of fucking
hilarious,
drawings
though.
that I've done like hanging up on the wall and shit. And he's like, why the fuck do you have a Lindsay Lohan calendar? And I'm like, shut up, I like it.
She was cute before the surgery. Look at them freckles.
2005, 2006, she was prime time hot. Like Mean Girls timeline. Ooh, damn. Anyway, the fuck you have a Lindsay Lohan character? You're never gonna meet her. And I'm just like, what? Why you crush my dreams, dude? So he looks at my side of the room. It's fine. Everything's clean. I got everything well organized. I've like made my bed properly. And for some reason, I still had a military wool blanket on my bed. Like everybody else is using like comforters or whatever, and I've just got like a gross, like a wool blanket from 1956 is on my bed. And he's just like, the fuck?
You sleep on that?
I'm like, it's comfortable. I like it. I like
God.
I actually still have, my grandpa gave me the wool blanket that he was issued while he was in the military, and I brought that one with me to Fort Polk, and that was the one I would use.
Nice.
It's great. Anyway, he goes over to Baloney Bob's side of the room. He has
You missed those blankets? How the fuck do you miss those blankets?
Nothing else that goes on the bed. So there's no bed sheets. There's no pillowcase on it. It's just a blanket and a pillow, and they're all balled up in one corner.
How many other people used that mattress?
I know, right? He's like, what is this?
The sheets. He's doing laundry. I think. Yes, that's why.
No, I'm not covering his ass at all. At this point, there's been so many different little tiny things that have happened that I'm just like, I've had it with Baloney Bob. And at this point, if for some reason my superior officer sees something on Baloney Bob's side of the room that will get him kicked out of the military, I ain't gonna say boo to that. What? He just sleeps like that? I don't know, sir. Apparently so. I try to avoid going over there as much as possible. All right, whatever. Open the closet on Baloney Bob's side of the room, and there's a truck bumper in there.
Oh my God, that sounds about right for the barracks.
Entire truck bumper?
Yeah, bumper and brush guard and everything.
Why?
Baloney Bob doesn't own a truck. He
What?
doesn't even have a driver's license. He owns a Sebring. Captain just looks at it and goes, the fuck is this? That's a truck bumper, sir. Yeah, I know it's a truck bumper. Why is it in here? I don't know, sir. Did you see him bring it in here? No, I did not, sir.
Why does he have it?
To this day, I don't know why he had a truck bumper. It was just in there. I guess he thought he was going to put it on his car.
It was my grandpa's. I brought it with me.
Honestly, if he had said that, that wouldn't have surprised me. Well, Baloney Bob is still not here.
Where is he?
I don't know. I don't know where he was. He opens the refrigerator, looks in the refrigerator. There is a mason jar filled with ketchup. Why is there a mason jar filled with ketchup? I don't know, sir. It's Baloney Bob's, isn't it? Yes, it is, sir.
I can only assume he took ketchup packets from McDonald's and emptied them into it.
It would have been Burger King, and I'll tell you why. We go into the bathroom, and this is the moment that I've been dreading.
Oh, no.
We go into the bathroom, and sitting on one side of the bathtub is a Burger King cup with a hole in the bottom of it. And it's not a neat hole. It's a hole like he jabbed his finger into it real hard.
What?
And the captain points at it and says, why is that in here? I said, sir, I have no idea why that's in here. Baloney Bob put it in here when he last used the shower 4 days ago. I don't know why it's in here, and at this point, I will not touch it. I insinuated that basically the only way I would be willing to touch the cup was if I put on full hazmat mop gear and picked it up and put it into a 55-gallon drum and then sealed it and buried it in the Mariana Trench. That would be the only way I'd be willing to touch it.
Your captain looks at you. You look at your captain. Sir, I'll give you $20 to drink the contents of that.
Oh no, it's empty because it's got the hole in the bottom.
Oh, at the very bottom.
At the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a hole at the very bottom of it.
Maybe he likes to fill it up with water and then unplug the hole and let the water pour over him. Like a shower.
How did you know that's what he was doing with it?
Wait, what? What?
We get done with the room inspection, and he's like, "Well, your room's fine. Like, I don't see any problem with it. But I'm completely baffled by what I have seen on Baloney Bob's side of the room. Baloney Bob came back while he was in somebody else's room, so somebody went and got the captain. He could provide no reasonable answer as to why he had a truck bumper in there.
Someone framed me. I don't know who that is.
Could provide no reasonable answer.
That's not my trunk bumper. It's a different license plate.
Why don't we have sheets? Well, I don't. They're dirty. So wash them. Well, apparently Baloney Bob doesn't know how to use the washer and dryer.
Of course not.
They're like, this is disgusting. You need to sleep on sheets or something.
Oh my
We
god.
get to the cup. Baloney Bob, what the fuck is this? I don't like to put my head under water when I take a bath, so I fill the cup up with water and then I let it drain over my head. The fuck don't you just take a shower then? I don't like to put my head under water. That was it. That was the excuse he gave as to what he was doing. Exactly what you said with it. He would fill up the tub with water. He would get into the tub. He would fill up the cup with water and then hold it over his head and let the water drain out of it.
All right.
Why don't you just take the cup and then pour it over your head? Why do you gotta poke a hole in the bottom of it?
Didn't you hear him? He said he didn't like to get his head wet.
So, Baloney Bob.
You'd think they wouldn't allow man-children in the military, but no, there is a plethora.
There are a lot of man-children in the military. I found out at one point that Baloney Bob, when he was younger, he and his friend had found a junkyard, so they had spent 5 or 6 hours in the junkyard just smashing windows of cars.
Okay.
And then afterwards, they found out that it wasn't actually a junkyard, but it was some rich guy's car collection. So his family got sued for several $1 million.
Really?
Yeah, which they couldn't pay.
And he escaped his debtors by joining the military.
Probably. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me. Baloney Bob was something else, and I'm glad that I don't have to deal with him anymore, and that I only think of him occasionally. And I look back upon our memories, the time I spent with Baloney Bob while I was in the military, and I laugh, because I don't have to deal with Baloney Bob ever again.
For my 3-month period of active duty military training, I roomed with 2 guys. One of them was named Ghost. That was his actual last name. And every time I walked past our barracks, he was outside smoking a cigarette. I'd say, "Hey, Ghost, how you doing?" And he'd look at me with his Dale Gribble eyes and go, "It's good." It's 2 a.m., Ghost. Why are you out here?
Why are you out there?
I don't even remember what reason I was out there.
Whatever.
But for whatever reason, I had to go do something at 2 a.m. and I'd come back and he'd be out there smoking a cigarette. "What are you doing?" "Smoking, duh." And I'd say, "Okay, I'm going to bed." And as I opened the door and poised myself to close it behind me, he'd say, "Hey, wait. Yeah, Ghost? You ever seen a man's balls in a vice?" I'd say, "No, Ghost. Thankfully, I've never seen that." "Yeah. Don't ever join a gang."
What the fuck?
"Good night, Ghost. Sleep well."
Ghost sounded like he had some life experience.
Yes. I don't know if it was his persona or his actual life experiences.
What the fuck?
But that was one of the men I lived with for 3 months.
One of the guys I was in basic training with, who was very boisterous and outspoken and loud and kind of annoying, but whatever. It's fine. He would tell a lot of stories about stuff that he had done before he was in the military. And he was 19 years old. So he would tell a lot of stories about stuff that he did before he was in the military. And he said that he'd been like in a gang or something, and about like all the stuff that he had done and how he had seen people die. And he was like, "Yeah, I've been shot like 5 times and I got stabbed twice." And pretty much everybody, it's just like, "Yeah, whatever, man. Sure, I bet that has happened to you." One day he takes his shirt off and he has so many fucking scars.
All right.
And he's got like 5 large scars about as big around as my thumb, like 5 of them.
Yikes.
On his chest.
All right.
The fuck?
And this super fucking long jagged one on his abdomen. And I was like, "What the hell are those from?" He's like, "This is when I got shot 5 times." The fuck?
Yeah.
You were telling the
What
truth?
the hell is that one? And he's like, that's where I got stabbed. They had to cut him open and remove like 2 feet of his intestines.
Oh,
What
Because
the
they were completely
hell?
screwed, and then sew him back together.
Ah.
Okay, yeah, never mind. You're not full of shit. Wonder if he and Ghost are related. Maybe.
Speaking of having more military experience than you let on, in boot camp, there was one person in a neighboring platoon who seemed to pick
Jesus.
things up really quickly. He seemed to never be in trouble, which was rare, and he knew the commands, he could dress right, dress on command, he knew how to march, he knew his way around a rifle. Mm-hmm. It just seemed like he was made for the military life. And at the end of the 3-month training period, everybody is getting their assignments. You're going to be a private. You're going to be a private. You did exceptionally well, so you're going to be a private first class. You have prior college experience, so you get to be a private first class. And this guy, who's so good at everything, he's going to be Lance Corporal, because there's one person who always gets promoted out of the entire company that gets promoted to Lance Corporal, and it's going to be this guy,
Uh-huh.
who has already gone through boot camp once,
Oh, God.
but didn't graduate because of a medical issue. So
Oh, that sucks.
he went through boot camp twice.
That
God. Oh. That wouldn't have been fun.
Yeah.
oh my god, that was hilarious. I want to thank everyone for coming out who did. I really appreciate seeing you guys here. I enjoy interacting with you guys and everything. But anyway, as always, peace and love. I'm out.